See Mike Tyson hitting them pads. You get a little nervous?
Yeah. He is looking like a
Nervous, yeah, is looking like an animal. Jake Paul seems to be panicking after watching Mike Tyson's new training video. On the other hand, Oscar De La Hoya has warned Jake Paul as he anticipates the upcoming fight will further damage Paul's already questionable reputation. Jake Paul for what he's doing and the attention he's bringing to the sport and what he wants to do with his promotion company and help the fighters. I love that But he also talks about being a world champion. De La Hoya pointed out that Paul talks about being a world champion and taking the sport seriously, which De La Hoya felt was not reflected in Paul's approach to the fight. His main critique of Jake Paul was that if he wanted to be taken seriously in the sport, he should follow the route that world champions take. According to De La Hoya, this is how one gains respect from fight fans, rather than fighting someone like Tyson and taking it serious. And well, this is not serious fighting Mike Tyson. Yeah, I can understand it's a lot of money. It's going to attract a lot of eyeballs. It's great. But the only critique I have for Jake Paul is that if you want to take the sport serious, then take the route that world champions take. Fighting top 20, top 10, top 5. De La Hoya also expressed concerns about Mike Tyson's age and physical condition. Heading into the bout, he emphasized that Tyson is no spring chicken, highlighting the challenges and risks associated with competing at an advanced age in a sport as demanding and physically taxing as boxing. I worry about Tyson because we all love him. Sure, we all love him. And he is 57, is he? Yeah. He's no spring chicken anymore, that's for sure. While criticizing the fight, De La Hoya said that the bout is attracting a new audience to the sport of boxing and is ultimately beneficial for the sport's growth and popularity. De La Hoya's statement underscores the impact that high-profile crossover fights, like the one between Tyson, a former heavyweight champion, and Paul, a YouTube personality turned boxer, can have on expanding boxing's reach and engaging new fans. Paul and Mike Tyson, attracting new eyeballs, a younger demographic, you call it what it is. I mean, hedger bigger gloves, but it's still boxing. And it's still attracting fans, new fans. Yeah. I think boxing is in a good place right now amidst the fervor. A new player emerges. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, fresh from the grand spectacle of WrestleMania XL. His recent commentary on the impending match has sparked intrigue among enthusiasts, adding yet another layer of excitement to the unfolding drama. The problematic past between Logan Paul and The Rock is well known to the WWE universe, but it appears like Jake is fine with him. The Rock has inserted himself into the wagon, sharing a picture with Paul he took to social media and posted, "Good to finally meet you, brother, at WrestleMania. Looking forward to your fight with the GOAT. As we briefly chatted, you wouldn't want it any other way. Can't wait to watch." Amidst the buzz of Johnson endorsing the burgeoning talent of Paul, reactions were a mixed bag. While some fans eagerly welcomed the gesture, others expressed discontent. The comment section of the Instagram post, brewed with criticism, doubts surfaced regarding whether The Rock's endorsement was financially motivated, while skeptics suggested his efforts were futile. For instance, one fan said, "You can still delete this, Rock. Mad respect for you." But I'll post. Another added, "I think it's cool that The Rock did this for his Make-A-Wish before Mike punches him into the sun." And this fan said, "I'm so disappointed seeing this on your feed. I thought you were better. Don't support these brothers." Meanwhile, although Direct Chisora is unable to keep Mike Tyson and Jake Paul apart as they get ready for battle, he does anticipate safety measures for the fight. The regulations of the competition have been made public in great detail, and Chisora anticipates that both men will step up their defense when they get into the ring. He said they're going to have head guards and 16-ounce gloves. "I predicted it when they announced it." Chisora, a former world title challenger, anticipates Tyson and Paul to use heavier gloves during sparring. He added they are going to have head guards and gloves But who knows it might change. Jake Paul is a nutter, so he might walk to the ring with a head guard and then change his mind. I think it's going to be a draw now. The breaking news is that Jake Paul says that after studying the training footage of his boxing opponent Mike Tyson, he is fearful of him. This boxing bout has stirred quite the controversy, especially considering Tyson's return to boxing at the age of 58, accompanied by some rather questionable training videos circulating online. And if the video didn't convince many, Paul says it made him more aware of his surroundings. Paul mentioned on his BS with Jake Paul podcast that he was nervous watching Tyson hit pads. He noted that Tyson was sprinting and found it motivating. Paul believed that carrying fear into the ring and during daily training was beneficial as it pushes one to improve he fast. But it's motivating, I think. And I think it's good to carry fear into the ring and with you on a daily basis when you're training, because it makes you better. And so Paul further commented that he was excited to face his toughest, craziest, and most powerful opponent to date. He found the challenge of moving up to the heavyweight division fund, and he acknowledged that Tyson was looking formidable. Paul also felt that people were underestimating him, noting that comments on Tyson's hosts suggested that if Tyson lost, people would think the fight was rigged. Excites me that I have my toughest and craziest and most powerful opponent to date. And the challenge of going up to heavyweight is kind of like fun. That is a benefit. Because I've been eating a lot of pasta. You love it. I love pasta, so that's a good thing. But he definitely is looking like an animal. I will say people are underestimating me, though, because when I go to his comments, and of course because people want to do anything they can to discredit me. I mean, that's just the name of the game and what's happened. But they're just saying like if Mike loses then fighting is rigged. Paul added that people were impressed with Tyson's performance on the mitts, but he believed that looking good on the mitts was only a small part of the battle. He emphasized that Tyson would have to face him in the ring. Paul then speculated that Tyson might be watching these videos and gaining confidence as a result. Basically like every comment, because they see how good he looks on the mitts. But Mike looking good on the MS is not even half the battle. You have to face me in the ring. And he knows that every yeah. Why are you talking? He knows all that. But I think he might be like seeing these videos of how good he looks hitting the ams. And like getting like turned up. And his confidence is probably growing. Tyson, on the other hand, remains adamant about his ability to compete despite the passage of time. His last professional bout dates back to 2005, when he retired during the 5th round against Kevin McBride. Although retired, he stepped into the ring once more in 2020 for an exhibition match against fellow legend Roy Jones Jr. The encounter between the heavyweights ended in a lackluster draw, leaving fans yearning for more excitement. But Tyson said, "I'm very much looking forward to stepping into the ring with Jake Paul. He's grown significantly as a boxer over the years. So it will be a lot of fun to see what the will and ambition of a kid can do with the experience and aptitude of a GOAT. It's a full circle moment that will be beyond thrilling to watch." Both Paul and Tyson have been training hard for their clash. But fans are completely convinced the YouTuber could be in for a rough night. A recent comparison of their videos shows Paul receiving body strikes from his opponent before showcasing his moves on the pads. While Paul and Tyson are shown going through their training routines, there is a clear difference in their levels of intensity. Paul appears to adopt a carefree attitude, which sharply contrasts with Tyson's meticulous approach. Tyson leaves no aspect unexamined during his rigorous training regimen. After that, 3 different clips of the former undisputed champion Tyson exercising with current coach Rafael Cordo show him crashing the pads, and fans are convinced they have spotted an easy winner when the pair meet, with one writing the only reason Tyson losing this match. If this was a setup, another agreed truth. I can't see Tyson demeaning himself in that way. Betting Paul will be nothing but a red stain. After that match, one viewer claimed if Iron Mike catches him with a solid right hook, Paul is going to start a cooking channel. Another fan suggested Tyson out here looking like he's training to bury someone. Meanwhile, Jake Paul is looking like he belongs in a Planet Fitness fails compilation. Another added Jake Paul still has not had an actual fight. All of them are exhibitions against non-fighters, or are long past their prime, or are financially struggling and willing to get in there and get paid to take a fall. Nothing about him is believable. He belongs in WWE with his brother. One final comment concluded Jake is looking at age junior. Better realize legends are immortal for a reason, and old Mike is still a dangerous man. I want Mike to reprise his first round KO. Let's make it 27 Mike. Meanwhile, Jake is already planning his next fights. Following his battle against Mike Tyson, Paul just offered George Masvidal and Nate Diaz a $10 million cage fight. Ever since joining the MMA promotion fall last year, Paul has been tantalizing with the prospect